Hold up, just a minute. I have a story to tell you. This is a story from God's Word. So, Jesus and his disciples and followers and many other people were traveling on the road to Jerusalem for a religious festival. On the way, Jesus was teaching in parables and healing the sick and blessing all the little children. At one point, he pulls all his disciples to him and he lets them know, when we get to Jerusalem, I am going to be handed over to the religious authorities, where they are going to condemn me to death. Then I am going to be handed over to the Roman authorities, where I will be beaten and mocked and eventually put to death. But 3 days later, I will rise again. Well, Jesus was telling the disciples this, but they just couldn't grasp or understand what he was talking about and what he meant. So here they all are, a big crowd going down to Jerusalem, and there's a blind beggar on the side of the road. And he hears this crowd, he hears the commotion, and he yells out, "What's going on?" Well, the crowd answers him. They say, "It's Jesus. Jesus is coming." He yells out, "Jesus, descendant of David, have mercy on me." Well, the crowd just wants to hush him up. He's just a blind beggar. He don't have time for you. Well, he yells again, "Jesus, descendant of David, have mercy on me." Jesus stops and calls the man to him. When the man gets there, Jesus asks him, "What is it that I can do for you?" The man simply says, "I want to see." Jesus looks at the man and tells him, "Well, you can see, for your faith has healed you." Immediately, his eyes were opened and he could see. He starts rejoicing and praising the Lord, following Jesus. And when everyone in the crowd saw what had happened, they started praising Jesus and rejoicing in God and followed him. This is the end of the story of God's Word. Follow for part 2.